Hello, and I'm going to say good afternoon. You guys will see this hopefully sometime Friday. This is Jolene with Jewel Design, and I'm doing a oddball all around. It's a journal with me. It was something I've never done before, and it's an altered book, and I've never done an altered book. Oh, I've watched some of you guys do it. I've watched Gail do it. I've started watching my mom do it, but I haven't done one yet, and it's for my daughter. She requested a journal to go along with one of her games. She's a semi gamer, and she's working to be an animated visual effects designer. So her goal through high school and into college is to become a visual effects and animation animator. So she has games that she plays online and plays on the computer that she loves, and two of her best friends and her, they're all girls, play a game. And she would love a journal based off that. So she wanted a nice journal that she could write in about their journeys, about their adventures, what they accomplished, where she is with it, and just some personal notes when she feels like it. So I took an old book that I found, got a hold of at a garage sale, that inspired other things later in life. It's a book that's pretty hardy. It's vintage enough. It's a 1940s book, probably reprinted late 50s or even the 70s again. I don't know which version. This is on the print end of it. But I have one of the more semi-original. I think one of the second edition covers on it. But anyway, so it's old enough. It's definitely not brand new. It's on a Dollar Tree book, but I thought it was just the right size. And she's given me hundreds of screenshots of the game. So I can't turn this into a digital to sell, of course. It's strictly for her. But it is, these guys did an awesome job on their backgrounds and their effects, and it's a great inspiration. And to have something that, she loves. So all I did was take, in my pagination book, I'd grab all my corners and my happy planners not my planners, grabbed all my corners sizes, grabbed my belly band size or shrunk it down to fit this. I do have some fussy cuts of some of the characters, so I can do some fun things with her book once we figure out the pages. But all I did on a sheet of paper in my pagination side was make two squares or two rectangles on the paper that would be my paper size. And I took all her screenshots and I fit them to the boxes. Right? I enlarged them, I shrunk them, I made them light, I made them dark. These are all her journal pages. These are the ones I'm going to put on the back of every decorative page. And this is going to give her space to write with a pen. This is going to be every page she needs, and about 20 plus of them. She gets to write on just those. And then what we're going to do is I took, like I said, papers from all her screenshots, and I shrunk them to the page size. I cut them, and then I did the rip from the Tim Holtz deco edge, and we're going to glue them in on the pages like we do with anything else, right? This book has that gorgeous creamy color, right? Wherever I can, I'm going to leave it cream for her to write on. Wherever I can't, I'm going to, of course, go ahead and decorate. This was a Cherry Ames book. Genshin Impact is the game that we're using, but not in any form that I will sell to anybody else. It's too new. Digital copyrights would never do that. I am simply using it for personal use for her need. These are her characters that they use and they've leveled up on, and all the gorgeous screens and images that she's seen, that she's taken pictures of with blurry backgrounds. She's going to create a collage of her favorite character, and we're going to cover that page. So the goal is to go through here and just cover up, as much as I can. Take out the pages that we need to take out, because I haven't taken any pages out. So you see it's a little thick. It's going to get thicker as we start gluing stuff down. So I still have some elements where I'm like, okay, I don't know what to cover that with yet. That's our first page. As the back is always going to be, a writing page. The back side's always going to be a writing page. She is left-handed like me. And so we're going to, for every decorative page on one side, she's going to have a journal page on the back. Then we'll go to the next one, decorative journal. She's left-handed, so for her, she felt comfortable having her journal be on her journaling space be on the left side. Which, like we do with everything else, right? When we design digital pages, when we're folding stuff, the decorative side's on the right, the plainer stuff is on the left. So when we fold it, the back half or whatever is sort of where we do a lot of our writing on. So we never really feel like writing on the right side where it's all pretty. Okay, but these are images that I blew up, I shrunk, I did whatever. Now I'm giving 2 pages per set, so that if I want to, she wanted a combination of pockets, made out of the pages, and she had a combination of things where I may just glue them together for thickness, and we want to put pockets on the outside, which is why I went ahead and did, you know, some of my stackables and some of my standard pockets, so I had places to put where maybe the picture's a little plainer and I have room to put pockets, to put, like some of these are really base. I can put a pocket here and it's not going to interfere with a really pretty background. That's a gorgeous picture. I may not want to block it, but maybe a belly band on this side might be fun. So these are, you know, the images are, some of them are a little, you know, they're a little pixelated. But, you know, these are the ones she wanted. She wanted to blow them up. She wanted to see them. She wanted the room to write or play with. And so that's what we did. There's, like I said, I have, I don't know, 20, 30 of these pages. I had them in here just so that I could, what's the word? Be able to flatten them out a little bit, but that still didn't work quite the way. So I figured today we'd chit-chat, get caught up with what was going on, and I would start gluing in pages. I'm really hesitant to rip out any pages at first to see how I'm doing, to see when we get going, like, okay, if I rip 8 pages, you know, it's only 214 papers in here. I think it's 214 pages. Yeah, 214, give or take a few pages. So 214 readable pages, couple front, couple back. I know when I start filling this up, I just don't want to thin it out too much. And maybe what I'll do is I start taking out a little out of each section and see how it starts going, and then like slowly thin it out, right? I may find like, okay, I need another page or I need more journaling, and we'll start filling it in because I'm so scared. And I did it again. I left my glue. Oh, you know, I can get a new glue stick. I'm like, I left all my glues in the house. We're back to that again where, well, I'm right here, guys. Hopefully you can still hear me. We're back to that where it's not hot and worrying about the glues. It's now cold. No, we don't get snow, but we definitely get, what's the word? We get, you know, into the freezing time. And so this week is one of those where we're not even 60 during the day, and we are hitting, what's the word? We are hitting like, well, we'll get down to 31 this week. I think Thursday night into Friday morning. So, you know, I woke up this morning, telling what you guys are watching. I'm waking up to like 31, 32 degrees at like 7 a.m. Like my poor oldest is going to school, and like it's going to barely be 40 when she goes to school. And she goes to school almost 9 o'clock. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. So we are technically at what, the 10th of, you guys are seeing this on the 10th of December. This did not get done in time for her birthday. I felt really bad. But she's aware of it. She's watching me put it together. I showed her the pages and what I thought I was going to do. And that's the other thing. I sort of want to go through this and be able to go down the line with her and go, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? Is this in the right place? Like, so the rest of the pages, once I get the base front done and back, she'll have a say in it, which is a little funner, right? Knowing that she gets a little bit of a say in it. Because I want her to use it. I don't want to take forever to make it, because then she won't want to do it. I made her a cute Christmas journal last year with one of the Dreams Etc. kits, and, yeah, you know, it's that. I want a journal, and then, yeah, it's that. But these are really great graphics. They're a little fuzzy because they are screenshots. I didn't really want to mess with them too much. I didn't want to spend too much time on it. I thought about it after the fact, but I had them perfectly laid out the way I wanted to, and I knew if I went in and changed the resolution, I'd have to resize all the pages, and I was running out of time. Oh my goodness, right? Make sure we're still in queue. Do not want to be off the paper here. That'd be bad, right? Well, let's do that. There we go. Make sure I stay on my green sheet, right? So, yeah, we are working our way through this the best we can. Oh, she's being so patient. Such a sweet girl. I'm like, oh, the poor thing. But I made all the pages. What is it? I made the boxes that I was working with 4 3/4 by 7 1/4, knowing that once I cut them, and once I did the distressed decal edges, it'd be just shy of it. But it would give me enough room that if I felt I wanted to see more paper behind it, I could still shrink it down a little. Like I could still cut off a little bit more and not lose any real major graphics. Like I wasn't going to be cutting off my favorite part of the page if I happen to have to shrink it a little bit. Some pages are going to get doubled up because they're going to be on corner pockets, and so, like, I don't need to worry about it, or, and they're pretty close. These are actually pretty close to exactly what I want, you know. They are just a little bit of space around the edges, nothing too crazy. And of course, I do not cut straight, even with the decal edge, which it doesn't have to be straight, thank God. I don't think so. I think it's going to be sort of fun. But it's a little off helter skelter, you know. I think it won't be such a bad thing. But so yeah, we're coming into December. We are finally feeling something that feels like winter. We've had some rain. It actually rained. See what night would it have been? I'm recording on a Thursday, so yeah, Wednesday night into Thursday it rained. So we'll see if we get more. We are predicted to get more next week, starting Sunday, I think, and into next week. So let's cross our fingers because we really do need rain. Cold weather's cool. It is good. My fireplace is running 24/7 right now, but it's cheaper than, you know, the gas heater. So I'll take it. So look at that. Oh, I think she's gonna love it. And where I could, I would take a full picture and do an image merge on the two boxes so that I could insert the photo into one box and it would technically go over both with that gap in between. So technically, if I laid these up perfectly, the whole word, of course, would like coincide for the most part. So I did try to connect pages where I could. So this one is going to be, I'm going to make sort of a like a nameplate type feel on that page. There's a lot of work to it. It's amazing. You know, I create these things for you guys. I create pages and elements and fussy cuts and, you know, oh, let me just do this, right? And when I don't have all that pre-set up, I'm like, I have to create everything as I go. Oh, no. I'll be careful with my glue stick here. I have to create it as I go. I have to be like, okay, what can I find? What can I do? I have 4 large journal cards to make for her that represent some of the characters in the book that she loves. And, I have to I want to sort of make it like a playing card and almost like a trading card and for the game, but I need, you know, symbols and I need information and, you know, these kids are creating these cards, you know, all the time on their own and they do it digitally and I can do it too. But I have to sit down with her and go, okay, is this the right image? Is this the right icon? Would this be the right feel? Does this represent the character? So that way on the back, she can either write about the character or about an adventure with the character, make it a useful journal card that, you know, she will actually want to fill out maybe with information about the character or the journey she took with the character. If it's one of her characters, I'm assuming it is. It's one that she uses and deals with. So, yeah, that's sort of the, you know, the thought process there. So we will see how that goes. So it's definitely a work in progress, but it is my project for the month on top of Christmas cards. Oh my gosh, I thought I'd be cute and do them by hand. I was so tired. I could have done it digitally. I didn't know if I'd get it in time. I gotta be getting it now, which I would have thought I would have these done by now, but oh well. I thought, oh man, I won't get them till the 10th or 11th if I'm lucky, and I want them out before that. I'm running behind anyway. Oh well. But I didn't want to buy like 50 cards or 50 large postcards, because sometimes you do the large postcard, like photo postcards. It's all printed on one side. You don't have to worry about it. You just send it in an envelope and out the door it goes. But I can only get 50. Like, that's the smallest amount I can get from just about anywhere. And I always have like 20 left over. And, you know, you do it with a date on it. You do it with pictures on it. And they're no good for the following year. They're not like, I don't do generic ones. Not in that sense. I mean, if I'm ordering it from somewhere, I'm not doing generic cards. They have the kids' pictures on them. They have a certain saying on them. They have something that pertains to that year, and not, God forbid, I actually put the date on it. So I don't have the ability to use it again the following year. And there's only 20 of them. So I have at least about 30 to 35 people I send Christmas cards to, right? And whether or not I make mine for my best friends, whether I give my neighbors one or not, you know, it comes in waves, right? But either way, I'm always back and forth with this. What did I do? Oh, I put that on the wrong page. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. What did I do? I just realized I don't want it on that page. Nope. Okay. That was a clear page. I don't want to cover up any of the clear page, the single pages if I can help it. I know it's a little see-through and we decide if nothing, I'll recover it with the journal page. Because she's going to put something on this side. But if the black continues to show through, we'll cover it. But no, I'm like, wait a minute, that wasn't supposed to go there. Thank God it wasn't glitter glue. Oh my gosh, glitter glue would be done. It'd be down and I'd be finding another page to print. That's what happens when I'm talking. I'm jibber jabbering. But anyway, I decided with scrapbook paper and fussy cuts left over from all my Christmas kits and from Dreams, etc. and anything I had collected the past 2 years, I was just going to make quick little scrapbook greeting cards for friends and family, right? So the paper on the outside's already done. I put a belly band on the bottom and a fussy cut on, like some fussy cuts and layers and labels and whatever. Little clusters on the bottom or the middle of each front of the card. That means they're blank on the inside, and I don't want to sign them all, so I had to put together a little, 5x5 in this case, like wishing you the best and our signature on it. And then so I had to finish cutting those and distress those because I want to distress them with silver. So yeah, I don't know. I still bit off more than I could chew. I thought I had more scrapbook paper than I did. I was just going to double fold them. Go 12x12 down to 6x6, or 6x12 down to 6x6, and throw a quick little greeting on the inside and be done. Well, I didn't have enough paper, so I had to cut that in half, and so now they're flimsy, and I'm trying to reinforce them, and oh my goodness, right? It is just crazy. You think you know what you're gonna do, and then you realize not as easy as you thought. And I just threw away a book page. I know, but that one was ripped, distressed. It was a mess. Anyway. So that is taking me more time than I expected, and I want them out so people have to enjoy them all season. I don't want to be like, yeah, I'm going to give it to you the day before Christmas, and you're just going to throw them in a box. And I put mine up. I have a magnetic Creative Memories board that you can put pictures on and stuff, and I put the greeting cards on it. All my greeting cards go on that board, so when you walk down the hall, you see it every day. So I love that. And so I'm waiting for those, but I feel like I'm not the only one. I've only gotten 2 or 3. So I'm like lucky. I feel good that I'm not the only one who's not on it. I'm not getting like a bunch of cards and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so behind the ball, right? No, not the case. I've only seen a few. I had one came at Thanksgiving for like the whole season. It was both for like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I got another one that was Christmas and New Year's that I did get, I think, less than a week ago. But that's about it. It's been pretty quiet. So I'm like, well, all right. I'm not the only one who doesn't have the cards out yet. I don't feel so bad, but yeah, I thought I could save money and time, and I don't know, with making them. So that's taken up my time. My poor littlest one got a head cold, so that's been fun. Nerve-wracking, of course, because of all that goes on. And what else? Just everything. It's just been everything. So I thought I'd jump on today, and, I said I'd try to get 2 more videos out to you guys this month. And of course, trying to throw that last winter kit into the mix before Thanksgiving probably ate up a lot of my time. That did eat up a little bit more of my time than I expected. Just because I was trying so hard to make it a worthy shabby kit. I really, we try, and Lorette loves it, and she did show it off beginning of this week, middle of this week. Yesterday? Well, for me, yesterday. Tuesday or Wednesday, she did show off the kit. She showed off the pink shabby winter kit. You have my reveal of it too, of course, back on the 1st of December. So if you need to relook at that and you're just catching this by some thin chance, there is a shabby kit. So this one is the other one I don't know yet. I got to find some graphic or something fun to put on that one. Okay, so now we're going into here, and I'm not going to glue these down, but I will pin them as we go. So let's get the back half. The back half is almost a duplicate of the front. Again, a single sheet like that with a journal page, and definitely this one that mimics the front. We got 2 different maps, and this one's another continuous page like the columns in the front. This was another one that she loved. It was just getting heavy in the blue, so I put this one to the back and gave us a different color scheme in the front. Because she's my blue girl, so she would do blue forever. She would do blue forever if I let her. Blue, teal, pale blue, bright blue, teals, all that stuff. So these things, really speak to her. The blue, the purples, and the stuff in the sky are her favorite thing. I said, well, what do we do for journal pages? And she's like, oh, what if we take, some of the lighter sky pictures and lighten it up, and it's just clouds. And I went, oh, well, I can do that. And so I had taken one of her photos, and I was like, oh, that's really pretty, and went ahead and cropped into the area that I wanted and then lightened it up. So it's about 50% of its original coloring. So you can see how blue some of these pictures are. And I definitely lightened it up, closer to 50%. So it's still, so it can be writable. I want to make sure she can write on it and see it and not have lose her writing in the corner somewhere. But it'll be fun. I really hope she writes in it. And I really hope that, I hope for sure something we're working on together and she'll have it by Christmas. Because if I wait too much longer, she's going to be like, yeah, I'm done with this. We beat it all, and I don't want to go back and write about it. That would be my luck. So I got to get going. On this one. I hope all's going well with you guys. I hope your holiday season's going well. I hope you're crafting with whatever you want to craft in, whether it's gifts for friends, just crafting for Christmas or holiday, Christmas, winter, Hanukkah, whatever you craft for, or whether you're just doing next year's seasonal whatever. You're a floral girl, and it's always gonna be floral. I hope you're crafting. I hope you're enjoying the season. That you're giving yourself that downtime and that self-care with crafting, if that's your stress relief. That you are, if it's a business, I hope you're doing well, and that the crafting is going well, and that the sales are going well for you all. I know every little sale makes a huge difference as we close the year out financially. At least for me, I mean, I know it's nice just to know that, I made a good attempt at it, and it didn't do too shabby, right? But I hope everybody's healthy and happy, and that you're enjoying everything, that you got all your kits that you want for the year, whether you designed them or whether you bought them. Hope that your crafting is going well, that your gift giving is going well. I got all, well, I think I actually got all my Christmas done. I'm only down to my parents, I think. My parents are the last I think I have to shop for. I think I got my kids and my hubby all done. I think I got it all done last weekend with Target and Amazon, and so as long as it all shows up like it's, see, it's not doing, as long as it all shows up like it's supposed to, we'll be good. I am noticing in this brighter 100%, or this 100 bright white, heavier, that's not, it's like a heavier white paper, print paper. I'm having a hard time getting the glue stick to work, so that's going to be my only issue. That's going to be a problem. Shoot. I don't know what I went to do, but I did not mean to rip that. Okay, well, washi tape is coming. Oh, maybe I'll do it on the other side where I know I'm going to cover both ends. I'm going to be a little more careful with this. Okay. Yeah, that's the only downside about an older book, is the pages are going to pop out. And that is my worry, that I start removing too many pages and we're not going to have anything to bind this. I'm going to be going back and doing a bunch of washi tape, which I do not want to do. Oh, God. That was my worry. Okay. Eek. Now I'm going to glue these in, and I can glue them a little closer now if I want to cover up the washi tape. But we're going to have to do some washi tape on the inside. Now, I have a lot of bright colors, but I did get some grid paper, or some grid washi. And I have a cream, a really pale one. That will work. Okay. That if it happens to show, it's not a big deal, but I'm hoping. So far, it seems to be a pretty decent washi that it is going to do its job. Eek. Oh, this is going to be fun. Of course, I did not do that in the right direction, but let's see what we can do. Ugh. All right, let's see if we can... Which means if it's loose on one. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This is not something I'm going to be able to lay out super flat all the time. Oh goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a challenge. Does that surprise me? Not really. Not at all. My only worry about using, I didn't use, for obvious reasons, the glitter glue was because I was afraid that, yes, I'd make a mistake and I couldn't fix it without adding more paper on top of what was already there. And I was afraid that, not knowing the paper, that it would get maybe a little too wet. If I really hashed down, massive amounts of glitter glue on this, that the pages would get wet and would really start wrinkling. That was my other worry. Because lately I've been heavy-handed with the colder weather. It's not like it's drying as fast. And so I'm having, some issues I'm noticing in some of the work I'm doing that, now, it doesn't mean I won't go back and touch up the edges. That's a great thing about glitter glue. And this little silver tip was that that the glitter glue can get in those edges where I don't have to open up like the whole page, and I can get in there and touch up those corners. So that'll probably be what I'll have to do next, is do the majority of this and then get the edges with the glitter glue, which isn't as bad. Like, I don't feel as bad about that. I mean, I should be running out of my glue. Not this glue. This is a brand new glue stick. But I'm like, I just realized between this one and the one that's in the house, I may actually have to buy more. I don't know how Gail does this and not get glue everywhere. Things I rotated around everywhere. My book might not be big enough to be a glue book. Alright, so we're going to try to line these up. So fun, right? So this is what I'm doing. I figured I'd do it on camera, chat with everybody, hope everybody has a good holiday. So the goal would be next week. I think I'll try to throw out a Thursday, if all goes well. A Thursday journal with me like we normally do, and show you what we've done with this. Right? How we progressed, what we chose, all the pages, what problems I was having with it. You know, keep you up to date with the chaos of my life and my crafting. So as you see, I have things on this. It was getting full on top, so I started putting my what do you want to call it? These guys on the side, so that I knew what I was doing. But the middle is sort of fun. Now, right smack in the middle, or freaking darn close, I went ahead and did 4 corner pockets with the pages. Got enough pieces here to where I could have the blue background, which it's long enough to go both sides. I will trim and cut it to where it fits, you know, both pockets just right, so we don't waste any paper. And then we'll do we'll take one of these pages, right? Maybe like something like this, or something outdoorsy, something green, something opposite of the blue, and opposite, because there's just so much blue in here. We will use one of the fun pages in some form. Probably not those. I'll have to find some scenic ones like this one, and others that if I cut the top off, it's not going to be a big deal, but it'll give us some playroom, some play. And we're going to turn these into pockets. We're going to glue down the sides. And this is where the large beige colored playing cards will be. Where it's going to emphasize one of her favorite characters. And she's going to, be able to write on the back of it about an adventure it took, something it accomplished, something fun, right? So I have, 4 pockets, 2 pages, with the sky blue as the back side of the pocket on both sides, left and right, right? And I'll probably even, so it goes that one, then that side. So we'll go every other to where I have 2 different, lightning, 2 brights, 2 darks in here that happen to coincide. So that's going to be fun, but that's where the 4 journal cards are going to go. The 4, they're almost as big as this, journal cards for her characters are going to go. So that's the only other thing I'm down to is probably trimming this and gluing it down and getting those journal cards going. So, all right, well, my alarm went off too, so I know that I need to go get my big girl who we're making this for, but thank you for joining me. This is Jillian with A Jewel Design. I hope you'll continue to check in, get your notifications, subscribe, like, and love, comment. Like I said, this is not something I created. This is something my daughter took the screenshots as she played her game with the characters she enjoys, and I'm simply using it for personal use. This is not anything I created. I just took the graphics as is, blew them up or shrunk them down to as we needed them, so that she has a personal journal for her to keep. And it is the game Genshin. And the graphics are awesome online. The screenshots don't do it justice, but we are, the joy of being a graphic designer and being able to play with something to give joy to someone who just wants to take a moment, take a chance, and, live her dream, play the games that she wants to create for later, and journal about it, work with it, do something with it. And it's just fun that I get to combine her love and mine, and she wants something to go with it, and I can't be any happier about it. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, wish me good luck as we saw our first little faux pas there. Hopefully nothing else happens, knock on wood, that we are going to be able to create this wonderful, simple, altered book for her that she can journal in, and she gets it by Christmas or sooner. So thank you everyone for shopping. That too. Thank you for shopping. I do really appreciate your loyalty, your patronage, your ability to support what I do when I do create something and all of its joy. And I really do appreciate that. And I cannot thank you enough for it. So thank you for watching, shopping, subscribing, liking, loving, commenting, and following along. And tune back in next Thursday, and I'll show you where we got with this and what we plan to do with it if I have some clear ideas, so you can see, and maybe we'll be able to journal along with those fun ideas as I finish up some details on this book. And you never know, there'll be definitely a flip through probably in the new year, because we still have to make the cover too. So I think we're going to use some fabric on that. She's got some gorgeous galaxy blue fabrics that she loves. Right, blue sky, all these pretty blue fabrics that we love. So I'll probably find a way to cut it like we did the papers, and we're going to glue it down in sections so it's really bendable, really easy to maneuver the cover sort of this brown cover. Though the colors go well, the color really does pick up the other's half. We have definitely orange and blue. We have complementary colors throughout the whole kit. And it may very well be that seeing some of the background and having chunks of blue on the front of fabric is going to be a great accent to this whole thing. So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I rambled enough. Thank you for joining in and checking this out. And my fun little first altered book ever. And I will keep you appraised of what's going on. This is Joanna with Jewel Design, and I'll see you next week. Have a great day.